Well, hello there and welcome to another Flying Sparks Garage episode. We're so happy you're here. Okay, it's just me in the shop right now. Aaron ran to Summit because we need disc brakes for the rear end. On the last episode, we got the 4-link almost all the way installed. It needs to be painted in this episode, and then we are going to start assembling the rear differential, including the center section, the axles, and get our hubs and brakes all together. So progress continues, and we're so happy you're here. All right, the first mission that I have this morning is to pull these little short bars out and these long bars, all 4 of the bars, out because I want to weld them on the vise. I could not get a good around weld with them installed, so before I paint everything, I gotta finish my welding. So that is what I'm going to start with today. All right, let's get them welded up. Alrighty guys, I've got my bars, all 4 of them, and I'm going to toss them in this vise and one by one weld them all the way around. I've got some welds on them already, but I'm going to be using the Lincoln Electric PowerMig 215 MPI, which yesterday was my first time using this machine, and I'm obsessed. The usability of it is incredible. I'm going to show you how that works, but it is so nice. Just the digital display, and you get your thickness of your metal, whatever you're welding, right into the system, and it does everything else for you. It's freaking awesome. So we're gonna get rocking here. All right, we'll start by flipping it on. Turn my gas on. Let her fire up, and then here's our main menu. You push this round guy, and okay, my menu, and then this is thickness. So then I'm going to go down to 10. I'm going to select that, and then it does everything else for me. So awesome. And there's everything I need. Get my ground in place. As needed. Okay, that's all that one needed. Pretty good. I could totally tear it up and talk about that. I really want to go all the way around in one smooth motion and have it be less piled up and more like, I don't know. I love welding. I want to spend more time doing it and getting better. It's so fun. Last one. This one I need to go all the way around. It only has tacks. I need to figure out what do you do with, you hang it somewhere, but where? How do I do this and look cool? Just laying it seems a little bit, I don't know, careless. This little hook tells me it's to be hung somewhere, but I don't know where. Okay, that was the last one. Close my bottle up, and that was so fun. I love it so much. Alrighty, I've got the 4-link and the pieces of the chassis that we had to grind down to weld, all wiped down with the wax and grease remover from Summit. And now I'm gonna go back with this chassis paint from Summit. Also, it is the SP1401, the flat frame black. We like it, and we're about to see how it looks on the 4-link and rear diff. On my first coat, I always start with a light tack coat just to be sure that the paint is going to stick well. And so I keep it light, and then I'll go back over on my second coat and cover it a little bit more. Okay, I got lots of coats of paint on this stuff, and I just kind of let the shop air out a little bit and came back to look at it, and it looks so good. Come check it out. The paint looks really nice. I love this matte. It's just such a nice finish. Oh yeah. Upper brace. So good. Right? It looks so nice. I'm really happy with it. Cool. All right, from here it is on to brakes and the third member and axles. Progress will continue. Alrighty, my paint job is dry. Everything looks really beautiful. And Erin is back with parts, and I've just laid out our third member and our axles over on the blue table. So I'm gonna go show those to y'all. And then we're gonna unbox some brakes. My gosh, it's time to actually see some parts installed on this thing. So our whole rear diff setup is the 58-inch universal Centurion housing from Currie. We've got 31 spline axles, and our bolt pattern is a 5-on 4.5 to a 4.75 with wheel studs included. And this whole system is off the shelf at Summit Racing, and we will leave you guys that link in the description. The third member itself is a 31 spline Currie with the twin track limited slip, the nodular iron case, and the big bearing pinion support. And it's got a 1350 yoke. I will link that in the description for you guys as well, all off the shelf from Summit. Let's throw this center section in. All right, Erin's in the cozy little cubby that is between the 4-link, and he's about to put some silicone on this thing.
Yeah, hopefully I don't bolt myself in here. So we're doing this exactly like Currie suggested. They got a nice video on YouTube to go watch. And we're just gonna make a bead. They say about an 1/8 inch of a bead. We'll see if I can accomplish that. Let's say go on the inside of these bolts versus the outside. That's what I'm doing.
They said to lightly press it onto the silicone. And then add another little bead of silicone. About ready for that big old third member, aren't you?
Yep. That's how they want it glued up, so that's how we did it.
Axles tried to roll away.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to get up underneath it. There we go.
Nicely done.
All right, now we got 2 nuts on the bottom. Now we have to start before we slide this all the way in. You cannot get a nut on it once it's up in there. We'll work that in. And Currie provided these sacrificial washers that crush to help it seal. So we will be using those. Got some nylon locking nuts here. They also provided those. It's an installation kit. When I say provided, there's an installation kit for a 9-inch center section. And we got it.
Yeah, as I mentioned when I was talking about the products, all this is available on Summit's website or in the store, off the shelf at Summit, which makes it nice because there's no guesswork.
Yeah, we get ourselves in trouble a lot with guesswork. We have to run back and forth to Summit, which eats up at least half the day. Not to mention we have to drive in Dallas traffic, which is a pain. Alright, I guess I need a ratchet and a 9/16. There we go. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
We're working our little X pattern here until we get this thing snug, then we'll grab a torque wrench. Torque length. My words aren't working.
These nuts tighten to 35 foot-pounds.
Put my 2 on the bottom. Okay, last thing we're going to do. This is what my dad taught me, and it has saved me many times. We're going to go in a circle. We're just going to make sure they all click. It is very easy to miss one, especially if you're working fast. Okay, double check the 2 with the wrench, and that's installed. Cool. Don't forget to crank down your torque wrench. Nice, it's already got our seal and our bearing on there. That's freaking awesome. So I'm going to slide these in and just make sure everything's looking right. I need to clean that one off. Got some cardboard dust on it. Yeah, I'm just going to make sure we didn't bend that axle tube by welding it, and then we'll start looking at our brakes and where they go on. Just one. That went in with no issue, but we're not going to go any further because I want to make sure I know how the brakes go on, the backing plate, all that stuff. Then of course we got to knock the studs in as well. We might actually use a press for. Normally I just hammer them in, but we got a press sitting over there. Might as well use it. Yep. Perfection. Let's get all our brake parts out and see what we're going to do. Typically your rear brake caliper goes to the front. We'll look up some instructions in a minute. That will go something like that. And there's another plate somewhere. It goes in here. I don't know if this is a shim or what it does, but we're going to look on Summit's website and figure out how these brakes go on.
Nicely done.
Yeah. See, I don't use a hammer for everything, especially if you guys are watching. I'm gonna mess that sticker up. That's about it.
What you doing, bud? Progress is happening and it feels good.
We got that third member installed, put the axles in, they slid in real easy, so we don't have a bend or anything in the axle tube, which is a concern when you're welding on it. Seem to go together fine. I think I have the brackets figured out for the driver's side on the brakes. So I guess tomorrow what we'll be doing is putting the rotors on, put the calipers on, hook up the emergency brake, at least to the where it goes in the frame.
Brake lines, maybe?
Maybe put the brake lines on, try to figure some routing out on that, see where it takes us.
Progress is all that counts, and we'll see y'all tomorrow for more action. It's a new day, and Aaron is already getting to work. As you guys know, he just gets right to it, and I set up all the lights and do all the things. He has just ran a couple of lug nuts down on these studs to snug the rotor up on the hub to make sure everything's fitting well. And how do you feel about it?
Looks good to me. It's flush. I can see through the other holes that it's flush up against it. And I'm ready to put the caliper on and do my trial and error to see if I put the right bolts in it. If I didn't, I'll get to pull the rotor back off, take the bolts back out, put different spacers, try it again, go from there. We're about to find out.
I love it. Let me go get these folks and bring them over so they can see closer up.
The pad just doesn't want to cooperate. Well, that seems to work. My guesswork was correct. We are spaced perfectly.
That's nice.
Now that I've figured all the little hang-ups and everything out, it's time for Emily to put brakes on that side. Oh, she's got to put the axle on too.
Yeah, and it's pretty taken apart over there.
Yeah.
Cool. I love
My
it.
work's done. Anybody want to go get some lunch? While Emily gets her stuff done.
They probably would.
Yeah.
If you were cooking, they'd want lunch.
Yeah, that's right.
I was just kind of standing there staring at it like, we moved all the stuff over that I need, in theory. Aaron has already greased the inner diameter of this here differential housing. So it's time to get this axle in. There you are. Okay. Oh, heard my thumb pop.
I heard something pop. I got your camera.
My camera? Oh, my hammer.
I got your camera and your hammer.
Thank you. I thought you said I got your camera. I was like, I'm not looking for a camera.
That's it. I heard it bottom out.
You sure?
Yep. I guarantee the camera heard it.
Okay, our bracketry, our little cute little T-bolts that Currie provided. Snazzy little bolts. Our little small, would this be considered like a shim?
Yeah.
It's not really a bracket.
That came with the brake kit.
Small one goes first. Oh, doing it wrong.
You could have one caliper at the back and one at the front. That'd be different and cool.
No.
Everybody wants to be unique when they build a car.
It's true. They do.
Just come up with some ignorant, decent, smart sounding idea, and then the internet will believe that that's the way you're supposed to do it.
Yeah. No,
Not you guys.
The internet knows all.
You guys are smart. The general public.
Smarter than us.
Well, that's no doubt. If you don't believe me, just go read the comments.
Hey, our comments are
I
wonderful.
know.
We love our commenters.
I'm teasing.
There's a snarky fella here or there.
So a guy hit us up in the comment section this morning, and he said, "Are you sure? I see you're reading the instructions. Are you positive that that differential is supposed to be 2 degrees down in the front, not 2 degrees up?" And he had a good point. My memory is they need to face down because the back of the transmission is facing down, so it keeps the resonance and vibration and stuff down. So I went back and looked at the instructions, and sure enough, it's supposed to be down 2 degrees in the front. So if you were wondering, was that right or wrong? It was absolutely right. And I can't tell you the reasons why, but it was right. Turn around, camera. It's getting awkward.
Our little Ronin machine is so snazzy, but we have to learn it. There's like fancy buttons. You push it 3 times and it rotates toward you. You push it twice and it resets and goes back forward. But it is kind of delayed sometimes. I agree. This is getting awkward, you said. You're funny.
I don't like people looking at me.
No? I never knew that about you, Aaron. Okay. I got my bolts in place from a dang old caliper. There's my shims, I don't know, whatever these are called.
Spacer. You really don't need those quite yet, but they just might fall off.
Tighten my T-bolts.
Yep.
They have these locking nuts. Is that what they get?
Let me look
Flat
at it real quick.
nuts. These nylon gloves are slippery. That's what I'm going to blame that on. Yeah. Yes. I need some freaking sticky stuff on my fingertips so that I don't be dropping my nuts. Okay.
Dropping nuts.
I'm not snugging them, or I'm not tightening them, I'm just kind of snugging them up to the bracket. So when you see me rotate it, this axle has a access hole to where you can get a socket on these nuts. That's what I'm doing when I rotate it. And I'm not tightening these nuts, I'm just snugging them up to the bracket. I'll tighten them evenly to be sure that we get that axle drawn into the diff evenly. Now I'm going to go on an X pattern. Go over to this one. Snug it up pretty good. And these torque to 35 foot-pounds. So we'll get the torque wrench on these in a sec. Okay, about ready for that.
Yeah, come on.
Done. On to this caliper bracket. Spacers going on.
Here's my Sharpie I was looking for.
Yeah, just hiding on the leaf spring. And we don't have washers for these.
Oh, it didn't come with them.
Okay.
Wait, maybe it did. Hold on.
I don't see any over here, but on your side.
I have washers online.
I put washers on the front side of the bolt. Like it just
They're
looks nicer.
gold, right?
These are silver. So
Okay.
it just looked better on the front side with washers, but maybe those
Yeah.
belonged on the back side.
No.
I can find us some.
Earlier there were some washers sitting up here.
They were, I used those on the,
So I brought some over that were with the kit.
these are the ones that I sourced yesterday whenever
Yeah.
we were wanting washers for the,
Oh, you put washers
Axle.
here.
yeah, on the front side of the bolt.
Okay. Yeah.
Those don't belong there. Hey, look, it looks so much better with washers there.
And the picture and the instructions, those were not on the front side.
Okay.
But I can get you more washers. Let me do that. So you can have them on both sides.
I just like washers there, but
Yep. Give me a second.
washers. Thank you, handsome.
Welcome.
That makes me feel better.
Had to go visit Garfield. It's got the bolt bin in it.
The tool truck, man. If you guys had Garfield the truck, where would you take him? What would you do with the tool truck? We keep thinking of fun adventures to go on, but the tool truck is fun. It's actually quite comfortable to ride in now with the air conditioner blowing cold and the automatic transmission, power steering. It's kind of lovely. Oh, right side. This is one of those like crush nuts, and I was thinking I was putting it on backwards, but it's not what it's called. But come on, dude. Would you please? Look, there's like a little piece of, like a little wire in there. A little bit of the threads messed up. Can get a flathead and
Trying to show the people what we're dealing with.
yeah. It's a persnickety nut.
Little thread there. I'm gonna go fix it.
Thank you. Oh, this is the one you used impact on.
Yes, those nuts get extremely tight.
Oh my god.
Like borderline break them off. They're, I mean, they don't want your caliper falling off. I understand. Those are some bad to the bone little nuts.
Yeah, I don't. It's just starting on there.
You got locking nuts, and you got these that have Chinese Loctite on them.
It's like the little crush. It's like the little crush inside portion. You know what I'm talking about? I don't play. Okay, let's see if it'll go in now. Yeah. Thanks, Aaron.
You're welcome. Useful sometimes. I'll get you one.
See, right over there. Shock it to me.
One part is trying to hold your wrench on there while
Yeah.
you didn't understand why I was complaining.
Yeah. Here we go. These little scrawny arms. Okay, here we go. Oh, Lord. Shnikes. Oh, and then the bolt pushes through. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, that's right. It's just pushing it out of the wrench.
Oh, Lord help us. Oh.
I had to hold my thumb on the bolt and hold it in.
I'm just scared it's gonna like brap me.
Yeah, it might.
It's an intense experience. This impact is like 3,000 horsepower. I was going really good there for a second, but I let off. Oh. It's hot. Okay, I'm gonna go to the next one since I've got that one. It's not really snug, it's just tighter than the others. Oh my. This is really...
Yeah, I've never had a 3/8 nut bite that tightly.
It's wild. Okay.
That went well.
Don't mind me. I was just posting a TikTok. Okay, y'all, my bracket's on there and it ain't going anywhere. I'm telling you right now. Rotor time. You put my studs in wrong.
Oh, they have. Try the bigger studs, bigger holes.
Do some bigger ones, right?
Okay. I'm there for when the studs are wrong.
Maybe I was distracting you. I mean, a second ago it was like looking really right.
Let me put the camera down and look at it. So I messed up. I set these at the lug pattern that would be 4 3/4 or 4.75. They need to be 4 1/2. So I'm now moving them.
Heck yeah. Aaron was really going to be bummed if I was going to have to take all this apart. But he just was able to hammer the studs out. So they are in the right holes now. Yay. Thanks, babe. Yeah. He's the best. Okay. That's how it's supposed to go. Oh, I love it. Thank you. Yeah, I caught him. I feel happy with myself. Oh my gosh.
You're putting the lug nuts on backward. Yes, we know. We don't want to crush that 20 in.
Oh, yeah. There's no wheel on here. We're going flush. I thought you were actually giving me a hard time. I was like, I was gonna go like flush with the rotor. Yeah.
Heads up.
I'm not ready. Oh my gosh, babe. If I would. Okay, he's keeping me on my toes. He's keeping me on my toes, folks. I like it. I like it, babe. You're freaking awesome.
Yeah, I'll tell everybody.
My ankle said, why'd you do that, bro? Babe, they know. They friggin' know how awesome you are.
Good and flush.
Yeah, I'm liking it.
Go. Caliper time.
Caliper time, caliper time. Everybody knows caliper time.
Heads up.
Oh, right, like you're gonna throw me the caliper. Got it. That I probably wouldn't catch, and then we'd have a problem. We'll be having to go back to Summit to get more parts. This emergency brake spring is aggressive, you know?
And slide those bolts out.
Okay. Make my pads stay where they're supposed to be. That's the trick. Slide it up. There we go.
Goes in from the back.
Oh, I was just looking at this threaded part. Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, it's a funky. It's a pin.
It is
on the bolt.
funky. Okay. I'm grasping it now. And then this goes.
The ratchet's behind me.
Behind you. Okay.
That brake pad up in place. One of them like has to hook around.
Right, that's what I'm struggling with at the bottom. That was that kind of spring action thing I was talking about when I took it out. The pad wants to be kind of funny. There we go. Going together, folks. We like it.
Push in on that when you turn it. It doesn't look like it's.
I know, it's not starting. I can't tell where the holdup is.
You got a couple O-rings in there that can hold it up.
There we go. Now we're on the right track. Gonna be needing to pick wheels out for this girl soon.
Yes, on our lunch break.
We really like the classic, like, I don't know, I love a sexy wheel, like a multi-spoke, like really looking like kind of resto mod sexy, but this car is gonna be a cruiser. So Aaron was like, I want to go with like a wide rally. I think that's what we're probably gonna end up doing, but it's gonna be low. I don't know. No, we need to go with a rally. Okay. Come out of there, brah. Alrighty. It's looking really pretty much done.
Yeah.
I mean, for this portion of the job at least.
We should put our coilovers on and then remove the leaf springs.
Ooh, that is going to be highly satisfactory. Yes, good plan. Calling the brakes done?
Yep.
Heck yeah. Let's install a coilover or two. QA1 suggest Permatex anti-seize on these threads so that they don't seize up over time. Snap, crackle, pop goes his knees.
Oh yeah.
Oh babe, these are gonna be so pretty in here.
I agree.
I'll swear it to you. You have my hardware too.
I do.
Thank you. I'm putting your bolt in for you.
Yeah, we could go the other way, I guess. I don't know. Down. My bottom bolt is way too long because they only had 3 at the hardware store. Once they get more, we'll replace that.
Right.
Yeah, we will.
Mm-hmm.
We have to. It's like you can't even get the nut all the way on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's too long? You said I thought you said it was too long.
It's way too long.
You can't get the nut on it?
The shank comes all the way through, so the nut, the bottom on the bolt.
I got it. I got it.
It's way
I'm like,
too long.
too many threads doesn't sound like a problem, but yeah, I get it. I need my unit to extend for me.
Why don't you just loosen your nuts off?
What?
Loosen your nuts off so that it.
Well,
Will that do it? I can come pick up on it.
that's not gonna make my strut longer. Just where you use the hammer?
Yeah.
Ooh.
No jack stands.
Jack stand out. Man, that is just straight gorgeous.
Yeah. Now it looks like we did something.
I gotta get a socket for these leaf springs because we need to see them go bye-bye.
Mm-hmm. They're probably gonna need some juice. That looks, it's questionable.
Yeah, it kind of does. How about some knocker loose?
Sounds good to me.
Dude.
So it looks like a 3/4 on the front to me.
I've got a metric, but
19?
19, yep. Nah, dude, that knocker loose said, I got you, brah. Yeah, my bolt's coming through and everything. Oh.
That's nice. Let me borrow your gun.
Yeah, you can go for it.
There she is. Nice.
Loving it. Oh my God.
You just gotta hit it with a little more authority and it'll shoot the bolt way over there.
Your bolt is all the way in the other county.
That's right.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay, so we need 5/8 for that. 16.
You want to give me that 19?
I was gonna throw it on the floor.
Of course you were. Oh, Lord help us all. Then all this can come off later.
Yeah.
What? Dude, this looks so good.
Yeah, buddy. I'm digging it.
Aaron, this looks so legit now with just our matte paint and like new parts. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's a little bit fancier than I'm used to.
Yeah, but if you look real close, you see our welds and then you're like, oh yeah, it's ours.
Yeah, right, of course.
Babe, this looks stellar.
Could do.
This is the progress that we've been wanting.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope you guys enjoyed kind of our little burst of, instead of just finishing a job and then posting an episode after a couple weeks of work, we've just been kind of dropping them as we have progress. And this progress was what we were aiming for on this car. We really wanted to have it a rolling chassis. And we have brake stuff, like brake lines and stuff that we can install. But, you know, this just incremental progress is what we like seeing. And I know so many of you are excited to see progress on the Duramax swap on the boat, which we are too, very much so. But our idea was to do a couple weeks bursts of work on different projects. So this week, these last couple of weeks, 57, and then coming up, we're gonna be back over at the boatyard working on the big boat with the Duramax.
But we're gonna let it cool down a little bit because the forecast, what did I say yesterday for Friday?
Yeah.
106, I think.
Yeah, nuts.
That's hot to be working outside and definitely down in a compartment, messing with fiberglass and stuff like that. So we're gonna do some stuff here in the shop because it's air conditioned, get some more progress here. We do need to tear the Duramax down, get it in the machine shop. We may go ahead and do that, but yeah, this is going good. I'm digging it. I would love to put the wheels and tires back on it, but the factory stuff I don't believe is gonna clear these calipers. I haven't tried it, but we need to get wheels and tires. If you got ideas about what would look good on it, we're not doing Krager's. Putting that out there. Even though I like them, I just don't want them on this car. But any other ideas, let us know what you like. This is shortened, so we're gonna have a fat, meaty tire back here, so keep that in mind.
So stoked. Heck yeah.
Emily didn't give me trouble today because I didn't wear my Flying Sparks Garage hat and my Flying Sparks Garage shirt. She doesn't like it when I double up. So I got my Corvette on and my shirt on. And if you want a shirt like this, hit us up and we can tell you how to find it. I really don't know.
Well, right here.
At flyingsparksgarage.com.
No, with this QR code.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I always forget about that thing.
I mean, we have a website and stuff, but people don't really go to the website. That's kind of old school. It's kind of like find our number in the phone book. Websites are kind of like meh. But the QR code, when you open your phone and open the camera, up will come a little yellow link, and you just tap the link and it'll take you straight to our store where you can buy a couple of shirts. And we would really appreciate the support. Like Aaron says, he does a good job at it. I kind of suck at it. But yes, we love and appreciate everything you guys do for us and helping make all of this possible. We love providing content for you guys. And as y'all know, this is a free platform. So as we grow and as we evolve and get more and more projects to be able to do more and more videos, it costs more money. So we really appreciate the love and support you guys show.
That's right. We have 2 other employees, full-time employees, other than Emily and I. So anything you spend on the store, just watching it, subscribing, that helps tremendously, and it allows us to continue to do fun stuff like this. We appreciate you guys.
Absolutely. Super grateful. And looks like, we were going to do brake lines on this episode, but we could wrap here.
So I decided not to do brake lines because I don't have the car sitting down. So I don't know if I'm going to go hydro boost. I'm not sure what pressure valve I'm going to put on it. Because I don't know that, I don't really know where I want to run everything. So we're going to pause on that. It's not going to be needed for way too long, longer than we would like. But
Maybe not.
Yeah, I think that's it for now.
It's going to be great. Progress shall continue, and we cannot wait to see you guys on the next episode.